Video number 2. In this video, I actually want to show you um, my personal Rolodex of websites that I use to enhance the videos that I create for my own personal clients. And this is a very, very, very extensive Rolodex. You probably won't find this anywhere. And it took me years of effort to find all these websites. And I'm just handing them to you for free on a silver platter, uh, basically for the price of a fancy cup of coffee. So you're really getting a bargain here. But as I said right at the beginning of the training, I like to over deliver. So let's get started. This is a website called Every Stock Photo, and there's going to be links, by the way, to all these websites in the training area. I just wanted to quickly demonstrate all these things. So Every Stock Photo is a meta search. You can search through a whole bunch of different websites. And I like to click on advanced search and then uncheck Flickr over here because I find that Flickr, the images there tend to not be very professional, and a lot of people who upload images on Flickr don't understand what it means to actually have the right to upload the images. But basically, you can go here and just go into the search bar, and it'll do a search through all these different sites, as many as you like. It'll also show you the resolution and what the license is. Most of these sites over here, you are going to have to get a free membership, but that's not a big deal. It's just a free membership that you don't have to pay for. So let's move on. The next I'll show you is Google Images. And you have to be careful when searching on Google Images because most images and videos, for that matter, online are copyrighted and you're not allowed to use them freely. I know a lot of people do anyway, but you can get your clients in trouble. And if your client gets in trouble, you're in trouble because ultimately you're the one who supplied them. So, but what you can do is a little ninja hack that will help you to avoid issues. So, for example, if we were doing dentist over here, so we would just put in the word. Now, it's going to show you all these different images. These are mostly images that are copyrighted that you cannot use legally. But if you click Tools and then Usage Rights, you can select Labeled for Use with Modification. That's basically going to bring up images that are supposedly, at least, legal to be used. I try to go with only things from Wikimedia Commons. Military images are good. Pixabay and PX here are very good as well. Those are two of the biggest free image sites online. If it's not one of those places, I get a little bit nervous because, like, for example, here's Flickr. I wouldn't take something from Flickr even though technically it says that it's labeled for reuse. The other thing is you do have to be careful when you have images of people, just because for legal reasons, even if the image is freely usable, when there's recognizable images of people, they can actually sue you if your video goes big time. So make sure that you just have the legal licenses if there's images of video of people in there. Okay, so the next site I'm going to show you, this is called Unsplash. It's another really great place to find free high quality images. And again, you can search for anything you like here. They have a lot of abstract stuff, but they do have some stuff that is useful for local businesses as well. And again, you just go ahead and go into the search bar and search. It's very, very simple. You don't have to demonstrate each one for you. Okay, the next one is PicWizard. This one also has a lot of great images. And of course, there's also Pixabay and PX here, which we saw when we did the search in Google Images. The reason I'm not showing those to you is because those usually come up in Google Images, whereas these other sites usually don't show up in Google Images. So I want to show you the stuff that you're not going to find there. And then you have Stock Unlimited. Stock Unlimited is a little bit difficult. A lot of them are not free. You want to click on free. Vector images are really nice because they're basically, you can get a lot of free graphic material that you can like kind of stick these in the corner or whatever, stuff like that. Okay, so let's move on. The next batch here, these are all going to be places. Oh wait, this is one more place for stock photos. Okay, this is Splitshire. Okay, and again, you'll have links to all these websites. Now, let's see. Okay, so Let's talk stock video. Basically, when you're creating a video inside of OpenShot for your customers, you might want to find some stock videos that you can use. And if you purchase one of the upgrades is going to give you a whole bunch of stock videos that you can use. But otherwise, you can go and search over here, and you'll get some stuff at least. I find that the stock videos are not nearly as plentiful as the stock images, unfortunately, which is why I created the upgrade with over 2,000 stock videos that you can use for your content. But if you need it, you can also go here and actually just get videos off of these various sites, and these are all free. So Splitshire also has a video section. There's not a whole lot here. They have a few dozen videos here, but they do have some at least, so it's definitely worth looking at. All right, Motion Elements is another website. Again, they do have a lot of videos, but most of it you can see is like this abstract kind of stuff. Not really so much in the way of stuff that you can really use for business videos, but you might find something useful here. And I keep, as I said, this is a Rolodex that I have of everything. Just ignore this. This part over here is the free stuff, and you'll have a link to the free stuff here. Don't worry about the subscriptions. Okay, Production Crate. This site, in order to actually use any of their videos, you have to basically tell them what you're going to be using it for. And it's kind of annoying, but they do have some really high quality stuff here. So it might be worth your while to take a look. Okay, Vimeo, believe it or not, does have a whole lot of free HD stock footage. You can go ahead and download whatever you need here. And these things are all 100% for free to use. And you can see there's 22 pages worth of videos here on Vimeo. They're all free. Again, the reason I included an upgrade is because a lot of these things are not really business related, but I do find plenty of good stuff that's business related as well. Okay, next one is Life of Vids. This is mostly drone videos. Useful for certain kinds of businesses, not for other kinds of businesses. But again, all for free. Okay, motion backgrounds. This is, again, mostly abstract stuff that you can use as background stuff. It's not really all that useful for if you need, like, images of dentists or gyms or whatever else. But it's useful for background stuff. Okay, and then we have beachfront B-roll. Same kind of deal. Some of their stuff is kind of crappy, to be honest. But there's enough here that it's worthwhile to have this in your Rolodex. Welcome to module number 10. This is the... Okay, so I apologize about that interruption. That was basically me speaking on another video that I just finished recording and just finished rendering. Anyway, so let's get back to this. So beachfront B-roll. So, and then Pond 5 is one that I really, really like. They have a lot of really nice video clips that you can use for free. And unlike a lot of the other ones, it's not just abstract stuff, this is actual people stuff. So there's some good stuff here. And they do have a lot of pages of material here as well. So you can also search through here. Monzoom mostly is abstract stuff again. But still, again, it's nice to have all the abstract stuff also, because you never know exactly what you're going to be putting together inside of OpenShot for your customers. Okay, and then finally, Clip Canvas is a mixed bag. Some of it is paid, some of this is free, and some of it is going to be just abstract. Some of it is going to be things that are more useful, but you can see they have 171 free videos here, and I'll leave a link to the free material. Again, I try to be as comprehensive as possible with my Rolodex, but ultimately you're better off having some paid material also. Okay, so let's move on. Now, another part of creating your videos is going to be sound. Okay, you really want to make sure that you have some good sound material as well that you can add on to your videos, so that background noise or music or whatever else it is So I'm going to show you a whole bunch of different websites you can get free sound material from. Freesound.org is mostly background noises, so printer door, typing on a keyboard, things like that. And these are useful if you're going to create, if you want to create a particular background. For example, if you do an interview and it feels a little bit dry to you, you might want to put in, like, typing on a keyboard, so that just kind of a soft background sound while you're doing your interview, so that it sounds like it's a busy office or something like that. All right. Zapsplat, again, they do have sound effects, but the nice thing that I like here is that they also have royalty-free music. And the music is great because when you put together a video, very often you want to have music in the background. And I searched for years, for a long time, to find places that I could get free music. And again, they usually require that you credit them, but you can just credit them inside of the description inside of YouTube, so it's really not a big deal. You can also put if you're putting a video onto somebody's website, you can put the credits in the footer, in a tiny little disclaimer thing saying credits, and then you put in there some materials used from Zapsplat, whatever it is. It's not a big deal. Okay, free stock music, same kind of deal. They give you a whole bunch of free material that you can use for your videos as background music, and they have a lot of nice stuff. Okay, and when I first got started doing this, I wish I had all this, because it took me forever to find all these free things. I actually spent a lot of money buying free music, buying royalty-free music and stuff, and then I realized I really didn't have to, because there's so much free background music available. Okay, YouTube actually has their own audio library, and they'll also tell you what the requirements are as far as attribution. Some of these things you can just use for free. Some of them you do have to provide attribution, but again, even if you provide attribution, basically just means put something in the description so that people know what kind of where the music came from. 95% of people never even read the full description. All right, free music archive. Mostly older kind of music, but still a very useful thing to have. So definitely something to take a look at. All right. Audio Naughty. Again, a whole lot of music, background music that you can download for free and use inside of OpenShot. And by the way you import into OpenShot is basically the same as importing anything else. I'll just demonstrate it real quick in just a moment. Let's look at the last two. This is free SFX. This is sound effects again. So if you wanted to have some sort of sound effects in your videos, you can use this. And then last but not least, free sound clips. Again, these are sound effects as opposed to videos. And again, just in case you were wondering, anything you want to do to import, so we just click File, Import Files. Okay, and so for example, I have here, this is the recording I made just as a sample. It says vet, and I simply open it up and it appears here, and I can just drag it onto one of these tracks down here. So super simple to do this, and pretty much anything you download, you'll be able to just drag it right into OpenShot, and it'll simply create another layer inside of the video that you're going to be rendering. So super simple stuff to use. You'll have links to all of these sites down below this training video though.